Hello, civilian bathhouse. The overflowing bath for residents of Okema. The godly never feels guilty of enjoyment. They ride the ocean waves to humanity and fills every heart with water passing through with joy. Thus they sing jubilantly and dance passionately, drink and be intoxicated. I don't think being in a bathhouse and drinking is a very good idea. I hate to tell you guys. What part are we up to? I don't think we're that far. Oh, we just finished meeting with Castris in the market. Yeah. Around that area.
You ever tried the cold pool?
Barracks Leo? Hi Esther! Hello! Long time no see ya! Hello!
愉快爽快実に気分がいい
And thank you for the resubbing! 22 months! You've been here that long? You crazy! You silly! Oh? Huh? This is Verax Leo? It really is a lion's head. No matter how I look at it, it just looks like any other statue. How do we even interact with it? Put your hand into the lion's mouth? Why not? It sounds like a bad idea.
Look who came to visit this mighty lion.
Hello?
Aren't you Akima's two new friends? The brave warriors from a faraway place. It's an honor to meet you.
Oh, hello there, I guess. It seems like you're very well informed.
Didn't anyone tell you? I'm the far-seeing eye and all-hearing ear of Akima. I see and hear every single thing that happens in the streets and alleys of this place.
What about that one couple? What is... You see too much, don't you? We would like to request your help. Currently, rumors regarding a rosy celestial maiden have spread throughout the holy city.
Brave warriors. I'm afraid that I won't be able to help with that.
I don't know why we bothered to try to stop it anyway. It already happened, you know? You can't stop rumors. The best thing you could do is cover it up with another rumor, correct? So...
Rumors? As long as the citizens like it, who cares about whether it's true or not? However, the way you two are trying to stop it from spreading further, could there be some other reason? How about sharing it with me?
No. Sorry, can't do that. Why are you so interested in the tea?
Don't be fooled by it. This lion loves engaging in gossip and rumors.
Well, hello there.
A few days ago, when people were besmirching my tribe's honor,
Oh.
didn't you also turn a blind eye?
Isn't this Lord Mighty? How have you been lately?
It was nice knowing you, Varix Leo. I knew you for like less than a minute, but you're gone.
The face of a lion, but the courage of a soulless hyena. You and your brothers will do anything for the sake of entertainment, even encouraging despicable acts such as fabricating history. There's no limit to how low you would stoop.
How could you call that a fabrication? At most, it's just a little, reinterpretation. Artistic reinterpretation.
That's what they all say.
Shut it. Do as they say. Otherwise, I'll turn you into iron dust with my bare hands.
You got it. I'll fix that right now. I assure all of you that from now on, you'll no longer hear the words Rosy Celestial Maiden.
With the cooperation of Eric's Leo, the rumors died down. Thank you for your help. Well, my day wasn't having it. Oh dear.
Don't misunderstand. I'm just annoyed at that lion head.
Well, apparently he was besmirching your clan.
Also, Finon seems to think highly of you guys. If you were to be disposed of for such a trivial reason, his weak and fragile heart might not be able to bear it.
His weak and fragile heart. Alright.
Pray for the best, outsider. Pray that this farce has not reached the ears of Aglaya.
Oh, he's heard the rumors. That boldly dressed Chrysos heir also has an eccentric personality. Boldly dressed? Donung! Regardless, this matter has come to an end. Let's prepare ourselves and head to our appointment. If they ask us about it, we should just come clean with everything. After all, we still saved a citizen's life. Yeah, I suppose so. Hold on. My microphone arm is annoying me, so I'm gonna mute RQ. There we go, fixed. I'm trying to buy a new microphone arm. This one's starting to go on me. It broke a little bit. Yeah, so it's a little saggy, it's a little annoying on me. My apologies. I'm looking. Oh. Oh, hi, Chippy!
Over here! We've been waiting for quite some time. Where have you two been? We've been waiting here for quite some time. Even our wings are tired.
Huh? We encountered some trouble, but thankfully everything has been resolved. It was an accident.
What accident?
She hasn't heard. Shh, shh. She hasn't heard. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
What a strange thing to say. Anyway, let's go. I hope Aggie isn't annoyed from waiting too long.
Uh-oh. We're going to the principal's office.
I'm even taller than you.
This story sounds a little...
I've been trying to find microphone stands, but they're like 50-50. I know. There's some good things about them, some other things that aren't good about them. I'm very picky. It's gonna be a while. Hello? Aha! I was right. Would you look at that? I knew I heard the tinkly sounds of treasure.
Faith can dispel the black tide.
The Black Tide. Is that what they're calling that thing? Analysis of Nicodor's. Hold on, I want to read that. Where is it at?
Dispel the...
Bookshelf. Here we go. Nicodor. I wanted to read that. Where did you go? Oh, here we are. So this is this one. Analysis of Nicodor's romantic histories. Expanding on background and reasons why the common folk made up such tales of love for the Strife Titan. Really? The chrysalis of gold bestowed upon humanity the heart to pursue love, allowing us to passionately listen to those romantic tribulations of the Titans. Among the Titans, Nicodor, scorned as the savage god, is highly favored among poets and dramatists. This piece focuses on the brief analysis of the many love stories circulating among folklore. It dissects the complex emotions that humans have on this titan in Kremnos. Interesting! Nigador and Bepsis. It is said that Bepsis was born in Nenstia's temple and personally blessed by the Chrysos of gold, giving her golden hair and eyes. Even her nursemaid who carried her almost swooned at her sheer beauty. Bepsis' beauty only became even more outstanding as she matured. To stem her endless stream of suitors, Bepsis' tyrant father declared that only those who dueled his 3 sons and emerged victorious would win her hand. Her 3 armored-clad brothers were unmatched in the arena. Those who came forth to court her were either beaten to a pulp or fled through even unsheathed their blades. Wow. Okay. Bepsis' beauty also attracted Nigador's attention. They transformed into a young man and boldly issued a challenge to her brothers. The trio, unwitting to the truth, were defeated thoroughly and had no choice but to betroth her to Nigador. The man arranged for Bepsis to meet at the edge of the highest peak outside the city on the night of the 3rd day, where he would take away his lover. When the night came, Bepsis came to the appointed spot, but only saw a towering giant. Thinking her lover had been slain and fearing her purity ruined by this giant, she leaped off the cliff in a fit of sorrow, thus ending this love that had not even begun. Wow. Note, unlike the myth, Bepsis' father and 3 brothers met their deaths in battle against Kremnos in real life. Bepsis, refusing to be humiliated after her city was conquered, chose to take her own life in the end. Nigador triumphing over her brothers, revealing their terrifying visage, and forcing the maid to end her own life are indubitably metaphors in this tale. Would you not be annoyed if someone said you took your own life in a fit of sorrow for your love of Nigador the god, but in actuality, your father and your brothers died against Kremnos, and then Nigador, after triumphing over her brothers, etc., forced her to take her own life? That would be so annoying. Man. According to Talenton. While the origin of this story is impossible to verify, it gained popularity from a play called The Weight of Soil in the holy city of Alchema during the Chrysos War. The scale of justice, Talenton was revered by Nigador for their power, and Gyrios was smitten by them for their fairness. Talenton bade the 2 suitors seek out the treasure that best represented their love, and in return would reciprocate the worth in kind. The foolish Nigador sought advice from their bosom friend, asking what was equivalent to the love of the law titan. Thanatos of the River of Souls told them that only death, which takes away all things fairly, would be truly fair. The composed Gyrios sought advice from Nestia and Circes in the forest. How should they respond to Talenton's riddle? Nestia instigated Gyrios to give up their own core flame, though that would mean the earth would never blossom with vibrant life ever again. Circes persuaded them to follow their heart, to seek out their most precious treasure. And so Nigador hurled their lance, presenting an obliterated city to Talenton as a gift. Talenton placed their own core flame on one side of the scale. If the corpses in the city could balance it out, Nigador would have won their love. Alas, the scale did not budge. Gyrios placed a handful of wheat offered by the humans on the scale. This seemingly shoddy gift pressed the scale down, becoming even heavier than the core flame on the scale of justice, for it bore with it history and humanity's lives, existence, and future. Finally, because Talenton could not offer more love than this, they were forced to decline Gyrios' pursuit. However, Later poets would often jest that scale of justice prohibited love in their heart from moving Euphorius' balance, and that this was just an excuse. No, in this story, the portrayal of the foolish, brutal Mikador clearly vilifies the Titans. The educational and political undertones contained within also indirectly portray war's influence on Okema theatrical creativity. Rather than saying people enjoyed making up Nikador's romantic history, one could as well say that they reveled in seeing the failures of the Titan in love. In a certain sense, this reflects the discrimination and animosity the various city-states held for Crastum Kremnos during the Chrysos War. So those are some of the myths and tales, but they're saying that they are not so necessarily true. Oh, hi there! The Moon Sisters lore drop was wild. I haven't read it. Is there actually a full lore drop, by the way?
Oh, right! You can see the abyss from here! It's quite a nice place for a photo.
Oh!
Look! The Gate of Infinity! It's very eye-catching, isn't it? That's where we met!
The landscape of Euphorius is breathtaking. In the past, this place must have been a beautiful paradise. Absolutely.
Oh well, the past cannot be recreated. All we can do is follow the prophecy and move forward.
What if the prophecy is fake? I have a feeling about something though. I just had a weird thought in my brain. Is everything technically predestined because everything already happened? The past cannot be recreated, but you clearly showed us Aronix's miracle before.
Those are two different concepts. We can draw upon the power of the Veil of Evernight through prayer, and then salvage necessary items from the past for our own use. It isn't actually reversing time.
And then, apparently this whole world is like an infinity symbol, right? Endlessness. What if it is a time loop? What if they've technically played out this scenario over and over and over again, and that's why they know what's gonna happen? Let's think it's a time loop. Yeah, so other people kind of started to think the same thing. We're salvaging memories of an already destroyed world. I could see that. Like, this place is just a memory. Even so, it still goes against the laws of physics that we know of. There are also gods in this world? Even gods have to obey the underlying laws of the world. I'm still trying to understand Euphorius' laws. We'll take photos later. Let's go and meet Aglaya now. I didn't really think about it before, but I think it is a loop. Hello, little soulmate butterfly. At this rate, I can go and play too.
Wait, let me finish listening to this part.
And give me this. What's this one? Tedder Rond Water Lyre? Oh, hello. Sure. I can do this real quick. We're not gonna bother with that right now. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, I just really... I could see that being the case.
Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are full.
Alright, what symbol we're getting? I don't know what any of this means. No idea. Hi, Kalaya.
Aggie, we're back!
Hi, Aggie.
Thanks for your hard work. Is there any news from Trian?
Not yet, but we've already figured out where the deserters are headed to. With a little more time, we'll be able to track down the location of Castrum Kremnos.
Yeah, my days mentioned this place before.
Oh, he's that candid with the two of you.
I think he's rather forward, TBH.
Castrum Kremnos, both Nikidor's territory and their current abode, is a moving city-state enveloped in fog.
Moving? So back when the Titan was repelled, Lady Trian was off chasing the enemy.
Let's talk about something less serious for now. Would you mind giving the three of us some space, Treeby?
Uh-oh.
Of course. Hope you like this gift.
Wait, Chibi, don't leave me! Uh-oh.
As Treeby mentioned, the both of you spared no effort in protecting the holy city. I would like to present you with a gift in recognition of that.
Oh! That was not what I expected.
If you are to stay in Akima, you'll need a place to rest. This gift will address your troubles.
What? Are you serious?
Welcome to your private bath chamber.
I'm moving in. Yuppers. Yeah. Even better than the Pentaconian hotel rooms. I don't want to go back to the Express anymore. We're staying. This place is indeed spacious, and the decor is quite impressive.
I'm glad that you're satisfied with the arrangements. Here, take some time and get to know your surroundings.
Okay. I'm gonna get comfy cozy. Oh, look at it! Look at it! I want one! It's so cute! Look at the little seal! Look at the little Celia! Can I keep it though? Do you like it cool, Dragon Young? Downhung dips 2 fingers into the bath to check the water temperature. It's lukewarm. Great! You think silently in your mind, trying hard not to let him see your shooting fraud. It's lukewarm. Oh, hi, Kai! Ugly sobbing after therapy, y'all. I'm okay, I promise. Hi, welcome. 7th streak. Aw. Well, I hope you have a nice vibe here. We even got the grapes. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, more knowledge. Gimme. Bath user manual. Oh, this is a lot. Why is this so much? Hello? Bath. Why is there so much for a bath? Welcome to the Memorial Palace Bath, where you will be doused in Fagosa's most precious benediction. To ensure a complete bath experience and to maintain the sanctity of this holy site, please read the following carefully. Entry rules. We're not going to read it all, we're just going to kind of skim a little. Basic etiquette. I can read. Basic etiquette. You must bow to Fagosa's statue upon entry. The changing room has clean bathrobes. Please do not enter bath in your own garments. Outside brews prohibited. Do not touch the ritual tools. Special times. Spring water with different effects will be drawn at different times. Draw your water in accordance with your needs. Entry hour cleanses body and mind. Lucid hour sharpening minds. Action hours, social gatherings, and food and drink. Parting, quiet, fewer people, appropriate for solitary soaks. Curtain fall, appointment only. Only provided to select guests with their prior reservations. Bath sections, main bath, Narid Spring. Situated in the bath center, its water is sourced from spring blessed by Fagosa. Its body is a pale azure hue, where rippled patterns can be subtly seen, microbubbles frothing, symbolizing manifestation of divinity. Bathwater benefits, cleanses fatigue, invigorates, soothes the spirit, aids remission. Bath features occasional revelationary manifestations. Those with keen perception may hear Fagosa's whispers. Don'ts, please refrain from eating or drinking in the pool as a sign of respect. Special, divided into high and low temperature pool areas. The high temperature area brims with steam or of warm lights of a new dawn, symbolizing Aquila's inaugural radiance. The low temperature pool is cooler with a darker hue. The bottom of the pool is embedded with star cluster patterns, Oryx's pitch night sky. Low temperature pool cleanses body and mind, impurities. High temperature pool covers the body and mind. Used in combination of hot and cold pools prolongs your lifespan and keeps your body in its best shape. Oh, so hey, we got the lukewarm. Maybe that's what this is. Optimal duration in a high temperature pool is 3 quints. Do not soak in it for too long. Please do not use low temperature pool during the parting hour. Birth overview. Oh, bath overview. I need my glasses to read. I am so sorry. Herbs blessed by Circes have been soaked in this water and bear Circes' wisdom and grace. Grove scholars often linger in this area, seeking glimpses of radiant knowledge through contemplative submersion. Enhances mental acuity, inspirational surges, perfect for deep meditation. Many bookshelves and deck chairs are situated around the pool, creating a leisure vibe for quiet reading. Do not cause a commotion inside the pool. Banquet pool and divided into public usage and private. Special equipment allows the pool water to mimic tidal movement. Nourishes body and mind. Suitable for multiple people to soak in. Do not eat or drink. Upper level bath. This area is only available to Chrysos heirs and specific guests. Identification is required. Availability is subject to our discretion. Please inquire from our attendants. Show area, Spring Theater. Located in the center of the pool spring. Comes with pool floats, floating dining tables, special audio, stage lift, other amenities. Located the stage's podium. Located in the elevated stages on both sides of the bath spring. Academic lecturers, poets, banquet area. Outfitted for floating dining tables, come with deck chairs, free refill drinks. Oh, hey! And here are all the programs. Well, a reminder on etiquette, please drink moderately. Careful when entering the deep end. Watch out for temperature changes. If you're not feeling well, please inform the nearest attendant immediately. Enter the pool with your bathrobe. Maintain an acceptable noise level. Respect others' privacy. Okay. Sure. Zippy. Ugh. That was a lot of reading. Ooh. Oh! Treasure box up! Oh? Hey! Stop trying to steal my treasure! Excuse you? Look at this little punk! Give me back my treasure right now! Did I invite you here? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, Is there any fairness in the this world any justice. No laws anymore. If Talenton knew this, they would burst into tears. I don't think Talenton cares. Oh, we have to fight it? Really?
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
You cannot hide. 0
I find it
points.
very interesting that they're very
Dark.
specific about their baths.
Free.
Then again, I guess it makes sense.
Time to lose.
Try me.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
A test. 0 points.
Like a shadow.
I love follow-up attack
Divinity is
teams.
before me. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Answer me. Fail.
Nice work.
Bye.
Misery and bliss,
Now give me what I want.
no matter where you go.
There we are. Lean against the stone railing of the balcony. Gazing into the distance, the mist-shrouded mountains of Amphorius appear as vague outlines, like stone giants slowly shifting between crouching and standing. From somewhere, a bard's song drifts through the air. Though the words are unclear, the melody still conveys a tinge of nostalgia and longing for the past. This view is absolutely breathtaking. You agree with Danhong, very much so.
A melodious sound that soothes the soul.
The lounge chair in the room looks so comfy and enticing. You're worried that you'll completely lose the motivation to trailblaze if you lie on it. Think about it. All the twists and turns and hardships you've been through. Were they worth it? Lying here, welcoming an eternal comfy slumber. Maybe that's where you belong. Ahem. I know what you're thinking. Don't be tempted by a mere lounge chair. Hey!
Oh, finished exploring? I still have one last special gift for you.
What is it?
Come this way. I'll explain it to you.
Do I still hate Aglaya? What? I didn't hate Aglaya. Huh? No, I said it was very understanding of why she won't tell the outside, everybody about the outside world. I don't think they can handle it. I really don't. But for the few, let me exaggerate, please. No, no, no! I won't have slander on my Aglaya. Not like this. She's trying to protect the people. I don't think a lot of them can be able to handle the fact that the outside world exists. But there are a few that are outliers that understand that there's much more to the world than they can fathom. That should just be told if they already kind of figured it out. Now, what is this? Is this a basin? It looks like something used for rituals. Yeah, we saw a few of these around the city. Mini dream pool?
It's not your average wash basin. This ceremonial vessel belonged to the Chrysos heirs and is now my gift to the both of you.
What do I do with it?
You have learned, to some extent, about the history of Amphorius and of the holy city Arkema. Now, I wish for both of you to witness the journey of the Chrysos heirs for yourselves.
Oh, it's a seer pool. What do you mean by witness? Yeah. So it's a scrying pool, my bad.
In ancient times, Fegusa, the chalice of plenty, concealed the beginning of the world amidst billowing waves.
Oh?
When the ancient ocean priests discovered that place, they used spirit water to build a barrier in order to prevent the site from being disturbed by external forces. However, they also left behind a passageway. That passageway is none other than the ceremonial basin in front of you. Clear yourselves of all distracting thoughts and wash your faces with the spirit water inside the basin. When you next open your eyes, you shall witness for yourselves.
Is this drugged, Aglaya? Is that what this is?
The Vortex of Genesis.
Oh.
A great sanctuary that houses the original divinity of the 12 Titans. It's also the place where the prophesized miracle of Genesis will occur.
Interesting. Is it really?
For your first time, I shall personally guide you into the depths.
Okay.
Close your eyes and hold your breath.
Alright, okay.
Sever all other sounds, and let my whispers fill your ears.
Uh-huh. Wait, need some more.
Take a handful of the pristine water. Lift your palms in front of your chest and feel the water gently flow away through your fingers. Sink deeper and do this once more. Submerge your wrists in the spirit water. Familiarize yourself with its temperature, its touch. Spread your fingers, then lower your head and search for the palms of your hands. Feel the spirit water flow against your face until all of your senses are submerged, floating, sinking, diving into the depths.
Oh!
You now stand at the heart of this world. Now, I require your honesty.
Excuse me? Now we're being held hostage. Oh, no. Why did the... What in the... Aglaya! We should have known better. We never get to have a nice, cozy time here. Every world. It's gotta be something. Yeah, Acheron. Ah, you're awake. Imagine Acheron just shows up here and they're like, wait, how'd you get here? I made a place to get in. I got lost. I almost wish Acheron was here. As expected. Honestly, I'm not surprised.
This is no laughing matter. It's an interrogation.
Oh, I'm interrogated now. Okay, alright, I am on hostage. Look, homie, this is not my first rodeo, alright?
While the both of you were roaming the city, someone was paying attention to your every move. Unfortunately, you have broken your promises.
Hey! So, you are indeed aware of our transgression. We only did so to save a
The
life.
Holy City's fate is as fragile as threat. I must exercise prudence in order to eliminate sources of potential disaster. I will grant the both of you another chance to mend our broken trust. The Golden Thread shall judge on my behalf. If you're truthful, you will live. Else, you will perish.
So you're making us make a promise against our will, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, she's so isn't she beautiful? Wow.
We meet again, distinguished guests.
Hello, Castris. The one I cannot trust in this scenario either.
Castrus will be your executioner.
Oh, excellent! Thanks. Lady Aglaya, it is undeniable that we broke our agreement out of carelessness. However, you never explained to us how revealing that a world beyond the skies exists would lead to dire consequences. What I want to know is exactly how grave a crime have we committed?
A reasonable request. It is indeed my oversight for failing to tell you everything in time.
How bad is it? Like,
There have always been people in Amphorius who looked beyond the skies. Indeed, there used to be a usurper nation that spared no expense in constructing skyships with the desire to break through the blue sky and reach the stars. However, Aquila's divine punishment fell the instant the fleet of skyships took flight. An entire city-state, along with all of its subjects, was reduced to ash in that moment.
okay. So they were kind of, that was kind of explained a little bit, wasn't it? About Aquila and, interesting.
It's not that Amphorius is unwilling to head toward the stars. Yet, anyone who even thinks about breaching the firmament would undoubtedly infuriate the gods, causing this land of the living to burn, and an entire nation of mortals to perish. The Eye of Twilight is only one example of this.
You know, it's kind of amazing now that I think about it. Amphorius is a lot like Tavat. Now that we're looking at it from this perspective. You have the gods, you know, Celestia, who's overseeing the world here. And they will not let people leave the world. But they can come in, but they cannot leave. Very similar scenarios. Because Aquila will not let their subjects leave, but we came in. So, can we not leave again? Are we stuck here now?
This is forbidden territory, which can never be ventured into.
Or is it just that they don't want their subjects, their people that live here already, to leave and gain knowledge from the outside? At all. So it's better to pretend it doesn't exist. Humanity always longed for the sky, and this is something that you can't prevent. It's true. There's plenty of people that are going to continue to try to do it anyway, without our help or not.
Divine punishment has never been fair. As Okima's guardian, I must do the same. This is a world dominated by Titans, and that order can only be toppled by the Chrysos heirs. Therefore, the only thing that I can do right now is to ensure that the both of you remain devoted.
I'm not one of your subjects, sorry.
3 steps, Castris.
You were quite literally threatening my life if I don't make a promise with you. Cross your fingers, down hung. We're lying today.
Yes, Lady Aglaya.
Hi, Jason Chan. Thank you.
I shall ask you 4 questions.
Okay.
Dishonest answers will cause the golden thread to vibrate, while truthful responses will not affect the thread. The number of times that the thread trembles is the number of steps forward that the executioner will take. If she isn't standing right behind you after all 4 questions have been asked and answered, the both of you will have passed this test. If she is, your journey will end here.
Okay.
You'll fall asleep amid the warm embrace of flowers and feel no pain. That I can guarantee.
Isn't that cruel to use Castris? Does she use her in every scenario? Because it looks like Castris longs to be among the living, but she's just not able to do so. I don't know. I just think it's kind of cruel to continuously use her like this. Even though it's something she does, and maybe it's her responsibility. I'm playing 20 questions! Uh-oh. No need for such guarantees. Regardless of what she says, we'll be fine as long as our consciousness are clear.
Well then, let us begin. Question 1. Outlanders, why have you come to Amphorius?
Okay, this is a fair one. To turn this place upside down, no. Allow our journey to continue. Golden thread remains calm and unchanged. It's gonna be the last question that gets us.
A truthful response. A step will not be recorded. Question 2. Outlanders, why did you lend your aid to Akima?
Okay, these are some easy questions so far. Is it number 1? Because we kind of just did it anyway. It wasn't necessarily to help our journey to continue. But it is low-key, 3? I might get this one wrong. Woo! Remains calm and unchanged. Because there was like multiple reasons. We aided them just because we could. It was just there.
No fluctuations detected. A step will not be recorded. Question 3. Outlanders, if the current situation changed dramatically, could you eventually point your blades at Akima and its citizens?
Yeah. I could. If they threatened our lives or trying to take out Don Hanga, it's on. Sorry. Sorry. Can't make any guarantees.
A response that lacks embellishment. You have no misgivings about the friction or suspicion that your answer might cause. A step will not be recorded. Final question. Outlander. An unknown but surging power exists within your body. Are you willing to use it to aid the Chrysos heirs in slaying the gods?
How is that my problem? How is this my problem? They always make it my issue. Stop dragging me into your drama. It's not mine. Three is the obvious answer. But I want to say 2. 3 then. It could backfire.
An angry threat, but one laced with uncertainty. You don't understand the power within your body either. A step will not be recorded this time. All 4 questions have been asked and answered.
All right.
You have earned a second chance with your honesty.
Well, at least she didn't make us make a oath or anything under duress. That would have sucked. I'll take an interrogation. Not our first rodeo. Shoo!
Both of you may continue to stay in Akima, and its citizens will continue to view you as distinguished guests. However, you must promise that today's farce will not occur again.
Oh, great. Never mind. There she goes. I don't want to make the promise. Ugh. I think it's more appropriate for us to say that last part. You seriously still expect us to help you after what we just went through? Yeah.
Regardless of your choice, the Chrysos heirs will continue to follow the path in the prophecy.
Why?
You may be a ray of hope that fell onto Amphorius. However, until all has been proven, you cannot be allowed to pose a threat to Amphorius.
Are all Chrysos heirs as paranoid as you? To be fair, Aglaya, I think, takes on a lot more responsibility for the people than the other Chrysos heirs do. Because they are more, like, out and about, exploring and fighting, and she's here as the Bastion, right? Yeah, she will continue to monitor us. For sure.
For the Holy City, I am willing to bear all the traits that others despise and use every heartless yet effective trick in the book.
Forgive us, but I'm afraid our cooperation cannot continue under these conditions. If we cannot gain cannot gain your trust, Lady Aglaya will depart. Amphorius isn't the only option for the Nameless. These don't have to end on a sour note between us.
I respect your decision.
I agree. I agree with Dunhug. We can't allow ourselves to just be used like this as a weapon for their fight. We just can't. Plus, this place is a lot more intriguing.
Hold on! Please, wait a moment.
Finan?
Aglaya, as the first person to encounter them, I have some thoughts I would like to share regarding whether they can stay.
You better not try to force me to fight with you guys. I mean, I would willingly do it, but there's another, you know? If they force me to do it, hey, you can't be here anymore, you're gonna be an enemy of the state, Cashier's gonna take you out if you don't help us fight. That's a different story. Rather than asking, hey, could you help us out while you're here? Sure, I can help you out. Might as well, not doing anything else. We're at the end of Amphorius.
Do speak your mind.
When I first met them in the Abyss, I was wary of them as well, and never let my guard down throughout our journey back to the Holy City. However, during the battle to defend Akima, we fought side by side numerous times.
Did we?
The look in someone's eyes in moments of life and death never lies. And I was able to detect the conviction in their eyes back then. That's why I was willing to put my life in their hands. Please believe a warrior's intuition. At present, Akima is desperate for aid, and I am loath to lose two allies just like that. Isn't this what Miss Casterus believes as well?
Yeah. I'm more willing to view death as a peaceful farewell than a punishment.
So 2 Chrysos heirs are willing to vouch for you. It seems my actions were too high-handed. Finan, will you fulfill your duty as host and look after our distinguished guests?
Well, I'm not good at formalities. I'll do my best.
Cass, next time, I hope you will express your thoughts openly.
See, I knew it. I knew it was kind of cruel. See? Poor Castress. glad she actually decided to bring it up and say it now, though. At least, finally. Like, how many times have they been through this before she finally said something?
I will.
Now, it's time to welcome the newcomers to the Vortex of Genesis. As you both have chosen to trust these Outlanders, ensure they are adequately informed about the mysteries concealed within.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, should have gotten here earlier. Please, hear me out before you make up your mind. I swear by the honor of the Chrysos heirs here, that your lives were never in danger.
What?
Before the interrogation started, Miss Castor already sent a message to me, hoping that I would stop Aglaya.
Oh, Castress. She didn't want to do it.
Only a select few can sway Lady Aglaya, and Lord Finon is one of them.
Finance a big deal, huh?
Oh, please stop. Aglaya. She has long sealed her heart in ice for Akima's sake.
Yeah, she's cruel in order to be kind. It's understandable.
Maybe this is the price of being a demigod. Standing among mortals, yet still so far from them.
Demigod, huh?
One more thing to explain. Let's not worry about that for now. You'll soon find out that Amphorius's deepest secrets are all hidden here.
Well then.
Well, first, kindly look upward. What you see right now is the astral zodiac of the Vortex of Genesis, divided into 12 parts that record the flame-chased journey of the Chrysos heirs.
Let's take a little screeny here. Okay.
The 12 vacant signs symbolize the 12 titans of Amphorius, while each illuminated constellation represents one core flame that mankind has restored to its rightful place.
So the ones that are vacant are the ones that are still absent? There are 6 restored core flames. Yeah, you're already halfway through your journey.
The generations before us paid a heavy price for that. The journey of the Chrysos heirs once faced immense hurdles and made no progress for a very long time. It was Aglaya and Tribi who rallied the Chrysos heirs from all over the world once again, leading us to re-embark on this prophesized journey.
And they are the only 2 demigods in the Holy City.
So you guys aren't?
While Tribi, Trian, and Trinon are 3 individuals, I suppose they're considered one single divine essence.
Okay, that I can get behind.
In the past, the Titans were the pillars of the world. Yet the prophecy's revelation is that these 12 pillars must be shattered, and the world's order reconstructed. But here's the problem. After the fall of the old gods, someone must hold up the broken pillars, and fill the vacant seats until the coming of the miracle of Genesis. Otherwise, the entire world will collapse before the prophecy comes true. Aglaya and Tribi have already laid their own gods to rest, making them now both human and divine, as well as the bearers of Amphorius' fate.
Oh. So they already have their core flame? Is that what I'm hearing? Will you also become a demigod then when you get a core flame, yes? Strife Titan then. Nicodor. Your core flame.
Bringing down the Titans, retrieving the core flames, and filling the vacant seats. This is the mission of the Chrysos heirs, and I'm following in the footsteps of those 2.
So they are risen demigods, not birth demigods? From what I'm understanding, because there's 2 different types. You become a demigod either by gaining divinity, as he said that they did, or you were simply born that way.
Mission. Huh.
When it comes to the 12 Titans, no words can describe them more vividly than the whispers within the constellations. Why not step forward and listen to them for yourselves?
Okay. Listening to the voices of constellations. Is that really possible? I guess so. Okay. The day is silent and darkness has taken the stage. Flames rise higher and drums fall like rain. Warriors soaked in golden blood, their cloaks tattered. Bronze shields you, and brass echoes my sorrow. I'll listen to the voice. Hello there! They were born of peace and led tranquility into chaos. They guide the destruction and survival of all things. 3 titans of calamity. Click to switch to the next quadrant. Click to peek into the secrets of the titans. Okay. Take a sippy before I read this. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pick up our reading glasses because I can't read. Ugh. But my eye track is gonna be a little off. My apologies. Alright. Nicodor is the titan of strife and competition, according to the mythology of the Chrysos Heirs. They declared war on the gods and cast the world into endless strife. However, battle also took its toll on the war gods, as the divine corpus was corroded by the black tide, and they fell into endless madness. As their rage and ambition were never quelled, their titan kin legion still roams the land, waging a war against imaginary enemies. Nicodor is a noble warrior that wears pure white sacred armor. Legend has it that the Lance of Fury that they wield can raze even the most powerful and prosperous city to the ground. Their bloodthirsty temperament also made them a god of blood and sacrifice. Warriors gather under them and yearn to follow Nicodor into war and achieve honorable death. Their disciples built a fortress known as Castrum Kremnos that brings turmoil and fear to the world, much like their god. There was once a time when this war god was also a symbol of protection, using extreme violence to extinguish strife and using war to maintain the balance of Amphoris. Zagreus. Okay, I heard Zagreus from what they said before was like trickery. Yep. Has been returned. Zagreus is the titan of lies and fortune. According to the mythology of the Chrysos Heirs, their entry into the pantheon was a complete accident. They once stole Memstia's sea and disguised themselves in Menstia to be worshipped. The true Zagreus is often depicted as a two-faced god who is both smiling and crying. Its two parts are much like the coexistence of lies and truth in the world. One cannot exist without the other. Zagreus has no interest in fulfilling their divine duties. They love to cause divisions in the paths of the gods and play tricks to sow chaos and disorder. They do not have their own altars or temples either. This is also because even Zagreus' disciples would not worship such a god. Thus, they have become the god of the poor and unremarkable. Legend states that they often appear in barren desert areas to provide people with unpredictable opportunities and change. Before setting out on a journey, people would often curse the name of Zagreus to reduce the chances of them encountering thieves or ill fortune. They would also offer up prayers in times of suffering in the hopes of eventually everything suddenly turning around. This is precisely the reason that they are tolerated. Nothing is perfect, and no truth remains eternal. Change and carelessness can be fatal, but they can also be a savior in a critical moment. Sippy? Figures my throat hurts when I had to do all this reading today. What? Thanatos is the titan of death and annihilation, and no one knows their true form. For the dead cannot relay legends to the living. It is said that their touch causes flowers to wither, soil to crack, metal to corrode, and flesh to turn to ash. Everything shrouded in thick, dark mist, and disintegrating into meaningless fragments. Though the Chrysos Heirs consider themselves demigods by blood, This is what I was wondering about. They cannot escape the inevitable fate of organic life, death. Okay, no, never mind. The River of Souls seeks out death and forms a path to the underworld across barren fields. When war claims too many lives and souls have nowhere to rest, the tides of the River of Souls surges onto the land, with Thanatos steering a ship to claim the wealth of the deceased and guide them to the afterlife. They are believed to be second in justice only to Talenton, as they only take the excess from gods without robbing the deceased of the assets they need to reach the afterlife. As night falls upon the world, death and darkness become the rulers of Amphorius. An unknown black tide rises in great waves, swallowing the mortal realm and shattering the balance between the nether realm and the living world. The wandering spirits and monsters across many battlefields, trapped between life and death, seem to signify that even Thanatos, the keeper of death, is powerless before this force. Core Flame of Earth has been returned. Gyrios. 3 Titans of Foundation. 3 Titans of Calamity. Okay. So Nikodor, Zagreus, and Thanatos are Calamity. Gyrios is Founding. Gyrios is the Titan of Earth. The skies and seas were also born of their dormant breath. Chrysos Air mythology believes that every mountain range was once a physical manifestation of Gyrios. They are the largest, gentlest, and most benevolent titan that protects the mortal world. Legend states that when the black tide descended, their mountain peaks raised and caused huge ravines to open up. They were split into pieces and unable to ever reawaken. Gyrios is also the god of agriculture and history. They gifted their body to the Titans to become the cornerstone of creation of life. When death and famine raged, they ignored the wrath of Circes and shared knowledge of agriculture with the people of the world. This knowledge stuck with Amphorius for millennia. People often use the hourglass to signify, to commemorate the benevolent deity. Not wishing for any kind of compensation, Gyrios has always been silent in the face of praise of mortals. Mountain dwellers and Dromases of Amphorius are also creations of Gyrios. The clumsy titan never quite grasped the finer points of creation and always made their creations far too big. However, at the same time, their creations also absorb Gyrios' natural disposition to become tacit and kind. If there were anything that would send such a titan into a rage, it would be foolish actions such as damaging the earth or crops. This is rewards like the clocky statue? Oh, okay. Another sippy.
Hey,
Plenty. Oh. Pagosa, the core flame of ocean. Pagosa is the titan that controls oceans and storms, as well as the master of honey brew and banquets. They are capable of freely moving bodies of water across any part of Amphorius as they please. According to mythology, they are capricious and pleasure-obsessed god that sees the oceans as their place of alcoholic revelry. They have an eternal rivalry with the Earth Titan Gyrios, with no hope of making peace. That being said, Pagosa also bears the duty of washing clean the filth of the world. Baz have received the benediction of Titan are able to not only clean the body of impurities, but can also cleanse the wounds of the soul. They have become an irreplaceable joy in the lives of Amphorius' people. At the same time, Pagosa is also the god of banquets and drunkenness. They passed on the art of brewing to humanity and taught them the first songs and dances with ocean breeze and waves. In the baths and banquet halls of Amphorius, people often sing and imbibe as ritual dedicated to the mother of the oceans. Pagosa enjoys roaming the mortal world. Interesting. They appear in the waves of the ocean, deluge of the rivers, and the goblets of banquets, bring song, dance, and laughter. It is said that Pagosa will occasionally appear around long-distance sailing ships and invite their Titankin to feast alongside the sailors. The only problem is, after every banquet, The intoxicated Titan will whip up huge waves and keep the sailors awake through the night. This is the one I am the most suspicious of. This Titan here. Why? Also, if you don't notice, this is the most intriguing one to me. Supposedly Aquila is the one that is stopping people from ascending. The Titan of the Sky, celestial bodies and cycle of day and night, was also the Titan that once had the largest realm. They reside above the heavens of Euphorius, encompassing and watching over the entire world. It's an eye. In most legends, Aquila's pride does not obscure their kindness. They gaze upon humanity, warming the earth and bringing down life-giving rain. However, they can also transform into the most fearsome calamity, harshly punishing any who dare to overcome the sky. In Tales of Euphorius, Aquila is depicted as a colossal sky bird with 100 eyes. Their eyes open, light fills the world, and within their eyelids fall, darkness envelops the land. In the war against the Calamity Titans, many of Aquila's eyes were blinded. This is why many city-states and forests are now shrouded in eternal night. Aquila is also the god of creation and invention, credited with creating the mechanical beasts scattered across the land. Engineers and mathematicians frequently pay homage to this 100-eyed deity, hoping to receive inspiration and enlightenment from their blessings. Interesting. Most interesting one by far. Kefali. Wait, is this one of the Titans of Creation? Foundation. So a lot of the Foundation Titans are also creators within themselves? Big sip. Cat Pat? She is not here. She is currently an absentee meow meow. Kefali is the omniscient, omnipotent god of original creation that holds up the skies. So they are both omniscient and omnipotent. It is said that they were once a monarch that sat atop the throne, but now they are a god that bears the dawn device. Everyone in Okema is able to see their great form. Kefali was born from the combination of lightning bolts from the sky striking the spine of the earth. Oh. They were then given the duty of creation of life. The first humans in Euphorius were created in Kefali's own image and given life. Kefali loved these tiny beings so deeply that their majestic figure would always remain in the mortal world to accompany them. Chrysos heirs believe that Kefali is a symbol of deliverers and heroes. They are the father of all heroes and the form that all deliverers will eventually take. It is said that Kefali abandoned their throne, ruling over all worlds, just to become a ray of light for the people of Okema. There is a romantic legend that circulates throughout this holy city. When the world is in crisis, Kefali will once again open their eyes and lead the people to victory against the Black Tide to create the heavens and earth once more. That is an omnipotent, omniscient god that is currently willingly bearing the weight of the Dawn device. And their core flame has not been reclaimed. They're coming back. Kefali, number 1 Titan to return, for sure. For sure. Nestia, Chrysos of Gold, core flame of romance. Nestia is Yeah. It's the Titan that symbolizes beauty, and love. Their appearance is often illustrated as a beautiful and elusive butterfly with golden patterns carved into their wings. They and their Titankin pursue beauty in the world, weave it into the golden thread, spin the romances of humankind, and grant everyone in Euphorius love and affection. Legends state that Anemcia fell in love with Reason Titan Chrysos. They sat under the giant tree for a long time, endlessly confessing their love to the Titan, but Chrysos never responded. Anemcia passed away crying tears of blood, and a rose reborn from their golden cocoon as a humanoid figure. Rubbing themselves with their broken cocoon, they set out on a journey around Euphorius with the blessing of their kin. You heard that right too, Dumpster Bunny, right? Isn't Chrysos a, right? Isn't Anemcia... In regular lore, Chrysos is a female. Okay, they take on a humanoid female form. Just so you know. And in typical lore, Anemcia, the love, right, the Titan of Love, usually also female form. Did they just make it canon? Is that what you were asking about? Is that the part you were asking about? Get blocked. Yeah, get that bot. And from the sounds of it, what's even more interesting is Anemcia was not originally a Titan? Or no, maybe they lost their Titan form and came back in a humanoid figure? I don't know, very interesting. Finally, Anemcia returned from their adventures with the love of family, friends, and true love gathered from the world, wove them into their golden chrysalis alongside their body and heart, and gifted them to Chrysos. In the arms of their lover, they were reborn in the chrysalis of gold. Ever since this moment, the butterfly and the tree have been inseparable and dependent on each other for survival. Today, shadows of the past are cast across ancient ruins. These shadows that drift like scattered veils carry memories of the past. They are legacies that must not be lost. The divine powers of Anemcia gather these threads and weave them together one by one to reveal destiny and prophecies. Oh no, not the TikTok. Uh-oh, I'm gonna sneeze. What? Bless me. Excuse me. And a sippy. This one has a very intriguing story. Because this core flame has been returned, and from my guesses, is so totally Aglaya's core flame. Because according to Finan, the people who are considered demigods here, and not just the Chrysos Heirs, are the people who've gained divinity, which is regaining the core flame. Totally Aglaya's. So this is Chrysos. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the sneezes. Repeat that? I wasn't listening. The demigods here in Euphorius that are considered demigods are the ones that have already reclaimed their core flame. So right now, according to Finan, the only two that are active here in the city are Aglaya and the Tribbies. Tribby, Trian, and Trinan? I think? Not too sure, sorry. We haven't met all the Tribby.
So loca.
And if their core flames have anything to do with destiny or fates themselves, means Aglaya is still waiting for her significant other to come back. Because they said these two were inseparable. Amnesia and Cersei's became inseparable. Cersei's the master of wisdom, intellect, and vegetation. They wield authority over ecologies, knowledge, and rationality, and people refer to them as the hermit in search of wisdom. Nature is Cersei's courtyard and also their library. They allow people to study and rest there and convey their knowledge to the ignorant tirelessly and generously. It is under their guidance that civilizations and cities began in Amphorius. Cersei's graces the world in the form of a grand and holy tree. Is this? I can already guess who this is supposed to be for. Maybe the Cersei's demigod will be integral to Aglaya strategy-wise? I think so. Isn't Anaxus supposed to be like a scholar? Right? And we saw the teaser of his ulti, correct? Where he does the eye thing? Doesn't that kind of look like a tree? Am I crazy? Is this his? Cersei's? I think that's the case, actually. I think this is his. Cersei's graces the world in the form of a grand and holy tree, where they take root, vegetation sprouts to become massive forest. And here scholars walk by their side, enlightened in reason and thinking and debate, creating courts in search of new learning. They also gifted a seed to Kefali, allowing it to become the garden of wisdom, and allowing scholars to seek the Titan's wisdom even if they stand far from the holy tree. Cersei's power infuses every last plant in Amphorius, from branches and vines to every leaf themselves. In accordance with the pact they struck with Gyrios, they mediate life, allowing the greenery and soil to be in perfect balance. Upon accepting their blessing, plants can also gain the rationality to debate humans. This warns people to remain humble, for the truly wise might be the quiet ones around you. Interesting. The irony is hitting? Uh-oh. What does that mean? Okay. So when we first came here, we heard about Janus. Or Janus? Whatever. Janus? What? It's the Titan of passages and roads. They know the existence and ends of all paths. Janus's power can open the doors to all broken mortal worlds, create non-existent paths, and point to unseen directions. Janus is the god most revered by humanity amid the three fate titans. So Aglaya's supposed core flame is a titan of creation, not a titan of fate. Which is another interesting thing to pay attention to. Compared to the shapeless Talenton and the silent Orynyx, they are more willing to guide humans. They are also the first god that woke from chaos in myths. They created roads and connected cities. The passage that Janus rules over are not just doors humans traverse through, but also the path that connects the destiny. They reveal fate through prophecies and point the way forward for humanity. Janus makes... Janus? I'm gonna say Janus. Because there's Jaundice, and I really don't want to call one of the three Titans of Fate Jaundice. So, we're gonna say Janus. They guide humans through the correct path, so mankind will avoid the destiny of confusion. It is also due to the vow between Janus and Thanatos that the souls of the dead can be ferried towards the life at the end of all things. Janus? Janus? Y-A-W? Or Yan, like a ham. Probably Yan, right? Yanis. A as in apple. Yeah. Yanis? 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 Oh, however, per the laws created by Talenton, blessings come hand in hand with curses. Very few are aware that the god of doors is also the god of isolation and imprisonment. Yanis is also very interesting to me. Okay, the god of the Titan of Law, Talenton, is the Titan of Law and Justice. They rarely appear in the mortal world in physical form, and there are almost no records of them in legend. People often say that they are the rules of destiny, the laws of all things, and divine retribution for violation of such rules and laws. So Trippy already has her core flame. I just checked my info. I've been a follower since the beginning of January 2023. I'm so old. Why? Are you trying to retire from me? Is that what you're doing? Dumpster Bunny? Let me take my glasses off to look at you. Are you trying to retire? Hmm? Huh? Not allowed. Illegal. Illegal. Yeah. Now glasses back on so we can actually read. I was having so much trouble reading today. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Talenton is seen as a manifestation of justice. They uphold the taboos and boundaries of Amphorius and laid down logic and laws for all things. They created balance coins to ensure that all transactions are of equivalent exchange. They maintain the balance of the world. Any action that would damage these laws will be subject to retribution. Just as scale that never tilts, all things must be free of excess. One wishes to obtain, they must first lose. If you wish to receive the benediction of this Titan, you must pay a cost. Some people even end up being transformed into terrifying monsters. For this reason, the gods often view them as a mediator of strife. Interesting. The Talenton might actually have something to do with Nikodor. Oddly enough. When a dispute between Titans cannot be resolved, only their judgment is able to satisfy their kin. Talenton has bound Amphorius with strict laws, and themselves with an equally strict vow to never allow for favoritism or injustice. They and their disciples act according to this vow, sentencing those who break their vows or violate boundaries to punishment, even if the subject of this judgment is another Titan. Last one. Orynyx is the Titan of time and night. Before the first dawn created by Aquila,
悪くない。
the world was caged in the purest darkness. When the borders in day and night were separated, the young Orynyx jolted awake from the newborn concept of time. Interesting. Heading toward the outer reaches of Amphorius alone. There they materialized at the Evernight Vale and henceforth remained far from humanity, quietly spending their time managing the fabric of time. In the myths told by the Chrysos Heirs, Orynyx is the most secretive Titan, akin to the bottomless darkness itself. Artists are thus entranced by the Titan because the scintillating dots of light in the dark sky can awaken one's desires to understand the things unbeknownst. As the Titan with mastery over time, Orynyx supports all the past, present, and future of this world, allowing for the circulation of all things. They also collect many eroded memories to prevent them from being forgotten. Orynyx's priests can evoke incredible miracles with their secret rituals capable of bringing in the past to the very present. They also gain oracles of the future from their titan through the echoes across the Evernight Vale. Something very important put in here. They collect memories. It kind of supports us a little bit in our theory that this is like a time loop or some place that's already been forgotten. Think of a star. When we see a star, it's already dead. Fun fact, if you do not know, well, now you know. It's been dead for a very long time. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe that's what this whole place is. So the most suspicious titan, they collect what? Memories. Orynyx collects memories. Thanatos is the most straightforward titan, Zagreus as well. Nikador? There's something about Nikador. Because he used to be seen as a protector. And apparently has dealings with the Law Titan? Gyrios, is the cutest Titan in my opinion. They created the mountains and the, what were they called? Oh, Dromasses. There you go. The little dinosaur-looking things. That's what they created too. So they're mountains and Dromas. Adorable. Fagosa is the ocean. And drinking and wine and all the things in the bathhouse. Aquila? Most suspicious titan. I don't think I like them. Supposedly they're the ones who are keeping people stuck here in Amphorius. And they're also an eyeball. They have been said to be keeping watch of everything below. And this is a MiHoYo game. We got the Hoyo-verse going on here. There's some tie-ins here and there, right? It feels like Celestia. Aquila feels like Celestia. Just from the way they keep saying it, how they're keeping an eye on everything, they're monitoring everything below them, and they are preventing people from leaving. Orynyx has to be connected to Fully. Kefali, I 100% believe is gonna come back. Just because they did not have their core flame. 1. 2, they are still actively holding up the Dawn device. And they had the most to do with humanity itself. Nestia, totally Aglaya's core flame, who was the lover of Circes. Circes is the Titan of Knowledge, who I think is going to be Anaxa's. Giannis. Intriguing. And I think it's Tribby, because it's the Titan, one of the Titans of Fate and Passages. Who do you think is going to get Kefali's core flame? Kefali? I think it's going to be Maide. I think it's going to be Maide. Maide's a very straightforward person. And an honest one at that. And if Kefali does or does not come back, even if he gets the core flame, I think it would suit him very well. The symbol delivers and heroes. They are the father of all heroes and the form that all deliverers will eventually take. It just seems like something that would happen. I really could see it for him. Orynyx might have something to do with March 7th. They are the materialized as the Evernight Veil and remained far from humanity. And they are also a mystery overall to even the people who worship them. That was a very cute lore drop, in my opinion. I know a lot of people had complaints, but this can show you so much of what can be going on before it ever happens. Break glasses off. There we go. Woo! As the echoes of the constellations fall silent, the next sound to meet your ears is waves? The unfamiliar call carries a longing to take your soul's essence into the pool. Okay, there we go. Final bounty. So you just collect it by doing anything around, collecting things, exploring. Got it. Bloop. Don't mind if I do. Water returns to its serene state. How curious. It appears that you just had to bring celestial ambrosia back here next time to get something nice. An eidolon? Huh? What do you mean?
I'm so parched.
I'm hearing ghosts. How can water be thirsty? Water's talking? Pour some in. I'll give you a present. Oh, right here. Yappers! From Remembrance Trailblazer. So you get 2 eidolons from this alone for Remembrance Trailblazer. Keep it in mind.
Ambrosia!
Do you have to say it like that?
Ambrosia!
Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving her. We're leaving the tides. She's crazy. I don't like to see notifications. Alright. So, you're going for Nikodor. Calamity?
So? Did you hear it?
I did.
First time I heard the voices of the Titans, I was just the boy playing with swords, oblivious to the meaning of life.
Interesting.
To this day, I still don't know why the prophecy chose me. But I'm grateful for it. Without this journey, I might have already become a wandering soul on the battlefield. All right, that's enough of my story. I want to extend a heartfelt invitation to you. Join the Chrysos Heirs and aid us in hunting down Nikodor and retrieving the core flame from the Titan of Strife.
See, this is how you ask me. Not threaten my life and tell me that you wanted me to help you. Come on, see, I'm free. I got time. Sure.
If you still harbor doubts, I'll do my best to provide you with answers.
I'm good. Dumpster Bunny. You're like, I don't want a part of this. What? Heck no. Heck no. But come on, Dumpster Bunny. We have nothing else to do around here. How are the Chrysos Heirs chosen?
Unfortunately, the workings of the prophecy still remain a mystery to us all.
Isn't the one supposedly in charge of the fates possibly Tribby?
The only reliable speculation is that it favors those caught in dire circumstances and bestows miracles upon them.
Why does this sound like it's much more related to Genshin? Right? It favors those caught in dire circumstances and bestows miracles upon them. Right? Where are the other Chrysos heirs in the world, then?
Legend has it that the first Chrysos heir was born millennia ago. Since then, the Chosen Ones began to walk this earth. Then came the Chrysos War. A conflict backed by the gods. yet one that brought much bloodshed and claimed many heroes. By the time of my birth, the tales of the Chrysos heirs had become more like legends than historical accounts. If there are others called forth by the prophecy, I trust that fate will guide them to us.
Alright. Like, when am I getting my cryovision? Right? You know what? What do you think? Trailblazers MC, what do you think their vision would be? Or would it just be just like Traveler, where they have everything, right? That's probably gonna be the case, but I mean, what's a thought? How do you plan to fight Nikador? Oh, whoops, my
Legend
bad.
has it that the
It's
then
black.
came by the time of my birth, armed with courage and unwavering resolve. Our quest will begin as soon as Trian locates Castrum Kremnos.
That's right, we're still looking for that moving city?
Without a doubt, it will be a momentous battle to the death. Prepare yourselves.
At least we know the Den Hungs would be Animo, for sure. For sure. Alright, apparently you guys don't understand the prophecy either, so asking any other questions about prophecy would also be null and void. We're fine for now, I suppose.
The path ahead is bound to be perilous, and I won't impose my will upon you. Yet, if you choose to stay, I, Finam, from Aedes Elysiae, will spare no effort to bridge the gap between you and the Chrysos heirs.
Aww.
Thawing the ice in Lady Aglaya's heart won't be easy,
No, that's fair.
but I will do my best as well.
I'll leave the final decision to you. You don't have any comments of your own? Just fine, but I trust your judgment more. Alright, time to leave Emporius. Bye, guys. Ciao. I said I want to leave. You know what? Let's leave. Let's see what it does. Bye-bye. Yepers, we're leaving. You'll end things here? Are you sure about that? Let's go home.
I understand. Now that I think back on it, you both have selflessly helped Akuma. Well, we have met your goodwill with doubt and intimidation. It's indeed not fair. You showed empathy toward my struggle earlier, and now it's my turn to return that kindness.
Alright, time to leave, guys.
The journey of the Chrysos heirs truly is a lonely one.
Yepers, goodbye.
Let's go, you two. I'll escort you back to where you landed.
Yeah, whatever. I'll find it.
I know that a reunion in the future is wishful thinking, but at the very least we can bid each other a proper farewell.
Escorted by Finan and the Holy City guards, you and Danhong return to the crash site in the Abyss. Together, you salvage the Express's coach car. Oh, we actually salvage it? With the assistance of the Okima, citizens resembling an Intellitron, you depart Emporius without suffering the so-called curse from beyond the sky. After returning to the Astral Express, you discover Black Swan has already left without telling anyone. March 7's condition has gotten worse, but no one seems to know what the cause is. Despite a fuel shortage, you complete a final warp jump, putting your hopes in the next location and how it might resolve all your worries. As for the fate of the Emporius, the Eternal Land and the dramatic changes it will bring to the cosmos has nothing to do with you, at least in your lifetime. The end! Whoa, we're done Emporius! Aquila, why are they letting us go? That's why I said that is the most suspicious Titan. Oh, Tribios. That's the proper word. Okay, that's the proper term. Tribios. Deimos? What was the question marks? Wait, you get back here right now. So Tribios and Deimos. the more you know. Intriguing. I like that how they bring you straight back to this. Boop. Let me in. Itchy eyeball. What? Coin of Whimsy, Zagreus. Alright.
So?
I did.
To this day, alright, that's if you still harbor doubt.
And I've got it figured out.
The path ahead is bound to be perilous, and I won't impose my will upon you. Yet, if you choose to stay, I, Finam, from Aedes Elysiae, will spare no effort to bridge the gap between you and the Chrysos heirs.
Thawing the ice in Lady Aglaya's heart won't be easy, but I will do my best as well.
Alright. They won't even give us the other option now. Stay on Aquarius.
That's wonderful to hear. You truly are the hope of Amphorius.
Of course we'll stay. I would never leave you, Fine Nine. Dumpster Bunny. Didn't you just say you were leaving? You crazy?
I've always believed that the journey of the Chrysos heirs is not meant to be the saga of a select few. And that we must unite all potential allies, especially heroic figures like you. Once we triumph in the battle against Nikedor, that should dispel Aglaya's doubts.
Hopefully that's the case.
Lord Finon, our guests seem quite weary. Should we have them return to the bath chamber for some rest?
My apologies, I got a bit carried away. It's been a long first day for you here on Amphorius.
That's right, it's still the first day. Sheesh.
Be sure to rest well in the bath chamber. I trust that Trianne will have returned with news about Castrum Premnos by the time the two of you are fully recharged.
Alright. Well, that was a lot of drama for one day. I agree. I want to retire. Let's go. With Finland's guarantee, we can at least take a moment to rest without any worries. Did we forget something? I need to take a photo for March. Good thing you still remembered that. Let's capture the spectacle of the Vortex of Genesis. Should we be taking any of these photos for her? Ooh, pretty. Never mind. This is cool. The Totems and 12 Titans stand like 12 pairs of watchful, imperious eyes, overseeing the world they forged, nurtured, and ultimately brought to ruin. 12 constellations align and shine the miracle that the Chrysos heirs speak of will illuminate, or so the prophecies claim. Alright, peace. He gets it real difficult. Yeah, I can imagine so. Rest for one night, I suppose. So much has happened today. What? Do I have something on my face? You talked more than you did in this entire 3 worlds before this. Well, since the talkative one isn't around, someone else has to take her place. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. But it's been a long day for me, too. So let's get through the review quickly. Agreed. By estimation, it took us about 20 system hours to figure out the current conditions on Amphorius and build connections with the locals. Pretty good start. But I feel that there's more to everything than meets the eye. Even the Chrysos heirs themselves aren't as unified as we imagined. Is it too late to bail out now? Can we leave? Don't take Aglaya's words to heart right now. Her verbal attack on us was quite sudden. There might be a reason behind it. I feel past trauma. With all these doubts in our minds, We can only just do our best. There's no right answer to the Trailblaze, after all. All we can do is dive into this world and take things one step at a time. Plenty of questions are still up in the air, but my brain is too tired to handle them. Finance right. Let's call it a day and save them for tomorrow. Sure. I guess that's a bed. Oh. Uh-oh.
Aggie, this campaign is going to turn out fine, right?
Campaign.
Do not harbor doubt, teacher. As the interpreter of the prophecy for the Chrysos heirs, any uncertainty in your words may undermine people's resolve.
Yeah, now that we've agreed to stay, we don't know that Aquila is chill like that and won't destroy us when we try to leave. I guess that's true.
Alright. But it's just you and us here. By the way, Aggie, I was actually wondering, when you were in the vortex earlier with them, were you actually going to...
Certainly not.
Phew, that's good to know.
Why even bother to ask? If you were truly convinced of my intent to harm them, you would have intervened.
Yeah, see, these two have known each other for a lot longer. They're also supposedly the only two demigods available right now.
You sure don't miss a thing. We're just curious. What is really going through your head, Aggie?
Initially, my plan was to use the threat of banishment to test their resolve and perseverance. But I noticed a sense of unease in Castris. She trusted in them and even reached out to Finan in secret, believing I was unaware.
Oh, she was ready for Castris.
Therefore, I took advantage of the situation and changed the threat from banishment to execution to see if the two could remain firm under the most extreme pressure. Simultaneously, it might also strengthen their bonds with Finan and Castris.
Aww, that's kind of cute. She decided to vet us a little bit more because of how much they actually cared. They seem to want to get to know us, right? That's kind of cute.
Do you have to go to such lengths for the battle against Nikador?
Well,
That's going to make it a lot tougher for you to gain their trust.
nah, I kind of respect it. It makes less sense that people hate Aglaya, since she was never going to kill us. It's funny to me who the community decides to hate and like, because a lot of the community likes Ron May and hates Aglaya. Aglaya, who's technically just vetting us for her, associates and friends, and maybe even students to some level, and for the safety of her world and people. Versus Ron May, who decided to drug us so we forgot our memories on a whim, and decides to, bring back things that should have stayed dead. Funny how some of the community works, isn't it? High at work, but good so far. I had to calm down after watching the new Twist update too. Oh, I heard the new book 7 update is wow. I hope the next Honkai Star Rail update happens soon. Well, we'll see.
That's not important. You and I will eventually step off the stage and leave Anthorius' fate in the hands of others.
Oh!
That's the future you foresee, isn't it?
Interesting.
Yeah.
The prophecy of deliverance is nothing if not ambiguous. It urges us to defy the gods, yet refrains from providing a clear glimpse of what lies ahead.
Huh? Wait a minute. Huh. Urges us to defy the gods?
Right now, it is people's faith in the prophecy that unites them around the Chrysos heirs. Should a time come when their faith is shaken, all will crumble. Hence, we must be prepared. When our task is to craft the armor for the Deliverer, what harm is there if you and I don humble attire?
Huh.
Eggy, have you noticed? You keep saying you don't believe in humanity's altruism, but your actions are a counterexample.
Perhaps it's because my humanity is distancing itself from me. Another never-ending dawn. How bright is the day, and how long is the night. The golden thread hangs unusually silent today, as if the heavens, earth, and ocean are all holding their breath. Could they be mourning the impending downfall of a titan? Unwinding in a bath sounds appealing now. Would you care to join me?
She's like, long day, did a lot. Let's go take a nice bath.
Let's go, Eggy. When have we ever been able to say no in all these hundreds of years?
Oh! You're that old? Ma'am? Hello? Me, ma'am? Dan Hung, I think I've been drugged against my will. Me, Memmy? Someone's trying to sleep here. Memmy, I want to sleep. Broken? Lost. One complete. Oh. Okay. Disturb should not. Thank you. I'll go right back to sleep. Thanks for being a real one. Am I dreaming? Feels like there's been a voice talking in my head all night. I should probably mention this to Don Hung. Boy, you don't know. I'm finally awake. About time. Have you been up for a while? I wake up easily when it's too bright outside. The sky has been like this since we arrived at the Holy City. Did you sleep well? No. The voice is still around again, or? Sound like an animal or some creature? It sound like a Pokemon, maybe a Meanie? Kinda cute, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't a nightmare, but be careful. That might be its means of luring you in. Keep a note of whatever you can remember. The strange dream might be connected to the rules of this world. While you were asleep, I did some thinking. I believe the most pressing concern is still how the people of Amphorius view what's beyond the sky. Unfortunately, contacting Express might not be feasible for a while. Yeah, see? Because now we don't know that we're able to leave. Because we haven't tried it. Will we also incur the wrath of the gods? Worst case, the entrance to Amphorius is a one-way door, letting people in but not out. But because we decided to test the waters of leaving, we were able to actually leave. But Don Hung believes that we would get struck down and not be able to leave. Which is what I initially thought as well. So Aquila is quite literally only holding the people that have been here hostage, not necessarily the people that come here. It is not a one-way street. A new message? get a good rest. Fully recharged, I suppose. You're all fired up. Room conditions are great and it's comfortable to rest here. Is there something you want to discuss with us? I've got some good news. Teacher Trian has located Castrum Kremnos. Hurry to the Chrysos air bath in the Memorial Palace and let's get ready to take on Nikador. Can't rest for a bit longer. No rush. Take it easy. Okay. I wasn't expecting the expedition to set off after only a night of rest. Let's set the questions aside for now. The Chrysos heirs are getting ready to mobilize. Hey everyone, I will see you all tomorrow. I hope to see you all tomorrow. I understand. I understand if you don't like me anymore. It's okay. You don't have to like me anymore.